Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dissect corporate filings so you don't have to. Today we're diving into an amended 10K report from Ollie's Bargain Outlet Holdings. Prepare for a thrilling adventure through paperwork, but trust me, there's a plot twist involving a missing policy and some executive pay. Ollie's Bargain Outlet Holdings Inc. That's the name we're looking at today. They're a big discount retailer. You know, the kind of place where you can find anything from discounted candy to slightly dented furniture. They filed their annual report, also known as a 10K, for the fiscal year that ended in February. But hold on, they had to file an amendment, which is like a correction because they forgot to include something important. So what did they forget? They left out their compensation recoupment policy, also called the clawback policy. This policy, dated December 1, 2023, basically says that if certain things go wrong, the company can take back some of the money they paid to their executives. Think of it as now they've added it in this amendment, and that's why we are here. This whole thing is called an amendment number 1 on Form 10K OS. The average just means it's an amendment. It's like saying, oops, we missed something, and then fixing it. They also included some updated certifications from their CEO and CFO, which we'll get to in a bit. Now, it's important to know that this amendment only changes a tiny part of the original report. This amendment speaks as of the date of the original filing and doesn't include anything that might have happened afterwards. Everything else in the original report is still the same, untouched. Let's talk about the exhibits. This part lists all the important documents that are included in the report. You'll see things like the company's incorporation papers, their bylaws, which are basically the company's rulebook, and various agreements. It's like a table of contents for all the really important legal stuff. For example, there's the third amended and restated certificate of incorporation. That's basically the document that says when Ollie's officially became a company. You'll also see things like employment agreements with key executives, like the employment agreement dated January 31, 2025 with John Swigert Jr. This tells you what he gets paid and what his job is. These kinds of agreements are important because they show you who's in charge and how they're being incentivized. Now, about those certifications, the CEO and CFO have to sign off on the report and say that it's accurate to the best of their knowledge. These certifications are required by law and they're a big deal. Basically, the CEO and CFO are saying, we swear this is all true and correct, and if it's not, they could get into big trouble. There is a certification from the Chief Financial Officer as well. This is a standard thing, but it is important because it means the top financial person is also backing up the numbers. Here's the star of the show, the compensation recoupment policy. Like we said before, this policy explains under what circumstances the company can claw back incentive compensation from executives. Think of it this way, if the executives mess up and the company has to restate its financials, Ollie's can take back some of the bonuses that were paid out. This is a way to hold executives accountable for their actions. One quick point, the filing mentions the aggregate market value of the voting stock held by non-affiliates. As of August of last year, that number was about $5.9 billion. This gives you a sense of the company's overall size and value. It's worth mentioning that the filing includes a list of subsidiaries. These are the companies that Ollie's owns or controls. It's like looking at the different branches of the Ollie's tree. So what's the big picture here? Ollie's had to file an amendment to their annual report because they forgot to include their clawback policy. While it might seem like a small thing, it's actually quite important. It shows that the company is taking steps to hold its executives accountable for their actions. It also reminds us that even big companies make mistakes sometimes. Ollie seems to be on a steady course. It's not a flashy, high-growth company, but it's a reliable discounter with a loyal customer base. One area of potential weakness is that they are at the mercy of what other retailers have too much of. If there aren't enough bargains out there for Ollie's to buy, they won't have enough to sell. Overall, Ollie's is a pretty solid company. They offer value to customers and they seem to be managing their business well. The clawback policy is a good sign that they're trying to do things the right way. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Let me know in the comments what company you'd like me to decode next.